The Oregon State Hospital is the highest security psychiatric facility in the state. Most patients here are involved in the criminal justice system, either because they're unfit to stand trial or found guilty except for insanity, on charges ranging from low-level misdemeanors to serious felonies, including violent and sexual offenses. Which raises the question, why are these patients getting sex toys paid for with taxpayer dollars?
How does that make any sense?
Tiffany Edens is a rape survivor and advocate for crime victims.
You are feeding into people's fantasies. People that have no business to have these types of toys.
The state hospital openly promotes sexual health, explaining in a patient handbook, Oregon State Hospital permits certain items you may need for personal use, such as sexual aids. A public records request revealed a detailed policy, including a 10-page color catalog of various sex toys available to patients with names like Vortex, the Double Dancer, and Vibrating Helping Hand Pro. We've blurred some of the images, names, and descriptions. As you can imagine, they are quite graphic.
These are full-on, very... I'm at a loss for words right now because these are like you're going into the sex toy store and they're not appropriate for people that are within a state hospital.
The state hospital policy falls under treatment services and requires discussion, education, and patient consent. There are rules: only hospital-approved sexual aids made of certain material, and a max of 2 sexual aids per patient. Last year, the state hospital provided a total of 65 sexual aids to patients, costing taxpayers almost $3,000. I reached out to national experts, hospital associations, and doctors. Everyone I spoke with agreed distributing sex toys in state-run psychiatric hospitals is not common practice.
I don't think we should necessarily jump to the conclusion that sexuality is something that would be off the table.
Psychologist Dr. Robin Wilson has worked with sexual offenders in hospitals, prisons, and private practice.
All adults probably, engage in some form of sexuality. It's part and parcel of leading a well-rounded life. I think that's true for people who are in care as well, whether it's because they have some sort of a mental illness, or they're intellectually disabled, or they're on the autism spectrum, whatever it may be.
The state hospital declined our request for an on-camera interview. In a written statement, a spokesperson explained, Oregon State Hospital provides access to sexual aids as a way to offer patients an ethical and therapeutic and private form alternative for a lack of sexual expression. Adding, research has consistently shown that human touch and sexual expression can calm the nervous system, lower heart rate and blood pressure, decrease stress levels, and support overall emotional regulation and well-being. In May of 2024, the state hospital made headlines for handing out condoms, despite a policy that discourages sexual contact between patients. The policy, revealed by federal inspectors, even caught Oregon's governor off guard. It was discontinued.
I don't know why they're handing out condoms. That was news to me.
A state hospital spokesperson later said the condoms were used for cleanliness and self-pleasure, similar to the sexual aids, which state hospital policy defines as a personal device that is primarily used in facilitating human sexual pleasure.
I don't think that it is an appropriate accommodation for a state hospital setting.